Did Sutton Stracke have a meltdown at Erika Jayne's event, or is all of the cast turning on Dorit while filming the new season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? We have Denise Richards that has officially announced her return to TV, and Kyle Cook caught cheating? What? Let's get into it. You're listening to No Filter with Zach Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Happy, what's today? Tuesday? I almost said Wednesday. I keep thinking it's Wednesday. It feels like a Wednesday. Lord knows I'm tired. Woke up, did a Monday morning 6 a.m. Orange Theory class. Then I did a 6:45 p.m. class because Coach Sarah was leaving and that was her last class. So I tore it up at 6 and then I tore it up again at 6:45 in the evening. And then I did my regular 6 a.m. morning workout this morning. So a bitch tired, but we here. We live. We doing it. We doing the damn thing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We have a lot to get into today. Oh, I just want to take a nap. Nap time. Let's see. What should we start with? Should we start with Kyle, Denise, Dorit? We can start with Brittany. Brittany from Kentucky. So, you know how at the reunion for Vanderpump, I know we love talking about Vanderpump here. At the reunion for Vanderpump, when Lala outed that Brittany came at her mom incorrectly, she sent her a text message about the nanny versus the babysitter because Lala hired a babysitter, and Brittany's like, "What are you doing with my babysitter, with my nanny?" And she was texting Lala's mom, which was weird that like Brittany decided to text Lala's mom, but it was the same day as Lala's gender reveal. So Lala was like, "Don't be talking to my mom like that, especially not during my gender reveal. No, thank you, especially when Brittany's over in Kentucky with Cruz." Well, Brittany's now responding on her podcast. And Brittany says that she's shocked that this came up at the reunion because I guess she and Lala had already discussed this and settled their beef. And so she's like, I don't even understand why this is being talked about. She's like, we squashed the beef. I already apologized for it. Lala seemed to like be in a cool place. Like, I thought we were good. I didn't know why we needed to be talking about any of this again. But here we are talking about it again. Lala is kind of unhinged lately. Well, she's also pregnant. Like, she's, hormonal. I'm not pregnant. I still get messy. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. So yeah, Brittany addressed it and cleared the air. It seems things seem to be fine. I guess things with Kristen are kind of fine too. Kristen was just on Nick Vile's podcast, The Vile Files, and Kristen was talking about her beef with Lala because the beef stemmed from the live podcast, my live podcast that they did back in November. Remember that? Kristen, Gigi from Shaws of Sunset, and Reza from Shaws of Sunset, they were all in my show together. And I guess she went on Nick Vile's podcast and was talking about I didn't love how she kind of talked about the live show. She's just like, oh, I was there and I was pregnant and I didn't even really feel like going. It was just like a bunch of drunk people and blah, blah, blah. And I was kind of like, I didn't love, that she chose to speak about my live show in that way when, I don't know, listen, she didn't do it for free, I'll tell you that. I don't know. I didn't love those comments that she made. But it was crazy that from that, because Gigi was, and I feel like I've addressed this a million times, but Gigi was talking smack about Lala, and Lala was upset that Kristen didn't stick up for her. Yada yada yada. And so, but Kristen said that in that, like her and Lala had also, I guess at this point, squashed the beef. So that she's like, I don't get why this is still a thing anymore. Like we've already addressed this and moved on from it. So We'll see. And then Billie Lee came out and she said that she has a podcast episode that's dropping on Wednesday, and she's going to prove Victoria is lying. Victoria Lee Robinson, Tom Sandoval's girlfriend, that she's lying. And I'm like, oh my God, like, is this still going on? And then Katie was like, oh, Katie jumped into the chat and she was like, she left a comment on one of the videos and she's like, oh, we're going to believe Tom Sandoval because Tom Sandoval is, the person that never lies. Or she made some shady comment about Tom Sandoval being a liar. And she's like, oh, now all of a sudden Tom Sandoval is the truth teller. So Katie seems to be leaning more team Billie. I'm saying, like I said, I think Victoria inserting herself in this way is only making it all look way worse. It's looking messy. Mess. But, it's one big mess Sandoval's going to have to clean up when he gets back from filming Traitors. I don't know if I think that they're going to last after this, but Okay, let's talk Beverly Hills because I know everyone's hyped about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Well, actually, before that, Denise Richards is returning to television, is returning to reality TV. It was just announced that Alex Baskin is going to be producing her new reality show, which is coming to E, which was the network formerly run by the Kardashians. I didn't realize people still really watch. What's on E? Like, what do people watch on E these days now that the Kardashians are gone? Are there any good shows on E right now? They had House of Villains, which wasn't bad, but that was last fall. They have House of Villains season 2 coming up. Good for them. I'm trying to think of like what other like good shows are on E right now. I don't know. I mean, MTV is still doing their thing. They still have like the Teen Mom franchise that they're leaning into, the Jersey Shore franchise. They're doing a lot of vacation shows, Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Teen Mom Family Vacation, like all these iterations of Teen Mom Next Generation. So they're leaning into that pretty well. But who do people still watch E? I don't know. I used to watch E all the time. Haven't ever watched since they nixed Daily Pop. Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, I didn't watch Daily Pop, but I watched Nightly Pop. I liked Nightly Pop that they had on Morgan Stewart, who I thought was great. Hunter. It was Morgan, Hunter, and Nina Parker. I thought that they were great. I used to love E. I used to watch E all the time. And then they brought in some like new head executive, and then they like got rid of Daily Pop and Nightly Pop, and then they like try to bring it back to like E News. And I'm like, they just don't know what they're doing anymore. They don't know, Nightly Pop was the best. Everybody loved Nightly Pop. Chelsea lately, when the Kardashians and Chelsea lately were on E, that was its peak. And then when Chelsea left and then the Kardashians left, I feel like at that point it all just went downhill from there. But yeah, see, everyone loved Morgan and Hunter. And is Nina still on E? I feel like she would stay on E. But they fired Hunter and Morgan. I don't know why, because they were great. They just need like some anchor. When they had Juliana there, it was great. Fashion Police, like that was the era of E when they were at their peak. And now I don't know what they're doing. Chelsea lately was peak. Yeah, Chelsea lately was peak E. They had Chelsea. I mean, well, and to be fair, even before then, they had True Hollywood Story. Remember that? We would be like hooked on True Hollywood Story. We would be all up in it. Where is Nina now? Wasn't she hosting like reunion shows? Yeah. Chelsea lately, Fashion Police, those were good. Fashion Police was good. Joan Rivers was on the network. Like, that was a good time. That was an era. Listen, but those shows wouldn't last. Like, there's no way Chelsea lately could be on the air today. There's no way Fashion Police would fly today. Everyone's like, oh, it's so mean. It's so mean. Oh, I saw Kelly Osbourne was talking about it recently on her podcast, which she looks great, by the way. She's doing her Ozempic thing and she's looking fly. But I know she was talking about it, and she was talking about she made some comment where she called out Juliana Rancic, and she was like, "Oh, Julia, I didn't like her." And then she made that terrible comment about Zendaya, because remember Juliana made that comment because I think Zendaya wore like dreadlocks to one of the red carpets or one of the award shows, and then Juliana said like, "Oh, it just looks like it smells like patchouli." Like it just looks like the dread smell like patchouli. And then Zendaya came out and she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you would say that about me. That's so racist." And then it was a whole thing for Juliana. And then she like was canceled for a minute and she never really came back from that. because then everybody, like nobody was in her car. Everybody, backed away from her. But what I want to say, or the reason I bring this up is because Kelly brought that up and was like, oh my God, Juliana was so horrible for saying that about Zendaya, which, right, not great. But at the same time, Kelly Osbourne was on, like, did she forget she was literally on The View when she made that comment about, she's like, oh, well, if you deport all the Mexicans, Donald Trump, who's going to clean your toilets? Remember, she said that on The View? Juliana said that on a cable network on Fashion Police, but Kelly Osbourne said that on The View. That was wild. And then she's like, you know what I mean? She fumbled that ball so bad. Like nobody remembers the Juliana as much as they remember what Kelly Osbourne said about Mexicans cleaning the toilets. I was like, really? So it was just, it was wild. Oh, sorry. Back to Denise's show. Thank you, Dakota. Dakota's like, what about Denise's show? So Denise's show is a reality show about her and her big dick Aaron husband and her kids. And it's called Denise and the Wild Things. Denise and the Wild Things. And I was like, really? You're going to call it Denise and the Wild Things? Because remember when they would talk to you about wild things on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and you were like, oh my God, no, my pearls. How dare you speak of a threesome? But here's my coochie on OnlyFans. Like, it was very hypocritical. She is full of shit. So we're going to see Aaron. He's going to be sticking a jade egg up her coochie, and then she's going to be shooting it out on OnlyFans with Sammy in the wind. It was wild. Juliana won in the end because their restaurants RPM are amazing. They are good. I've been to RPM in Chicago. They are good. But yeah, so Denise Richards and the Wild Things come into E in 2025. I feel like they should have just called it The Wild Things, right? Like, why did they need to call it Denise Richards and the Wild Things? Like, that's such a long name. It's such a word salad. I know she's used to having a mouthful with Aaron, but like, that's just so many words for a reality show. Well, to be fair, her last reality show, which was 15 years ago, pre Housewives, it was it on E? I think it was on E, right? And it was Denise Richards. It's complicated. And they would have like those like real dramatic credits. Denise Richards. It's complicated. She was going through her divorce from Charlie Sheen. I was like, why did we give it to E? We should have put this on OnlyFans TV and we could have called it Denise Richards, a family affair. So I don't know, but it's coming to E. E's trying to make a comeback. They've tried to put other families on? What is Alec Baldwin's show on? That's not on E. TLC, right? No, what is Alec? Is he coming to E too? Could you imagine Alec Baldwin and let me see. Let's fact check this. Alec, it's not on E. What is it on? Baldwin reality show. Oh, it is on TLC. Really? Alec Baldwin went on TLC? Like that's really like he's like a legit actor and had like his skits on SNL. Like he had his moments and now he's on E with Big Ed from 90 Day Fiance. Like that's a real fall from grace. Like I get that he's like, in the midst of a scandal, but TLC? TLC has a big budget, sure, but still like it's just the association is like, I don't know. It's TLC. They have like, these John and Kate +8, Little People Big World, Octomom. Like they have like just the most random reality shows that like you don't typically see the celebrity reality shows going to TLC. So Alec needs money. Yeah, he's facing a trial. He's got to get what he can get at this point. Well, Denise Richards and the Wild Things coming to E 2025 if E can make it. We'll see. Okay, let's talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because there seems to be some shit going down in the house. Oh, and then we'll talk about Kyle Cook because it looks like his marriage to Amanda might be like on the fritz from Summer House. We'll get into that after that, but let's start with this there are 2 videos now that have been circulating. The one that I saw this morning, and then now they have a new one that's coming out, or that just came out, that I think the Bravo Buzz posted. But listen, I am ready for the Real Houses of Beverly Hills. I'm gonna have my wine in hand, ready to watch it. Maybe I might throw it at somebody. Who knows? But it's always going to be a glass of Dry Farm wines because I love me some Dry Farm wines. It's good, clean wine. I like to call it my hangover-free wine because I don't get that gnarly wine headache. And it's because they don't have any of those toxic additives. No added sugar, no added dyes. It's sugar-free, low-carb, keto-friendly, paleo-friendly, third-party tested for purity, and it's delicious. It's a wine subscription that gets shipped directly to your door. You tell Dry Farm Wines what your preferences are, and they send it straight to your door, however often you want it, right? It's great. It's a full selection, reds, whites, a mix, whatever floats your boat, they got the wines for you. Okay, so go to dryfarmwines.com/Zack, Z-A-C-K. Like I said, no sugar, no toxic additives, low carb. It's low carb wine. It's good. Paleo friendly, keto friendly, all the things we love, right? Vegan, all the things you want in a good, clean wine. Like I said, I like to call it my hangover free wine because I don't get hungover when I drink it. Give it a try at dryfarmwines.com/Zack. That's Z-A-C-K. Dryfarmwines.com/Z-A-C-K. And you get your first bottle for just a penny. So go to dryfarmwines.com/Zack. Let's get it. Okay. Sutton Stracke. So there was a video where it looked like she was having a meltdown at Erika Jayne's event. Because Erika Jayne launched her new song Dominoes. Dum dee dee dum dum dominoes, domino. We going down like dominoes, dominoes. Dum dee dee na 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 na. It's actually a good song. And people seem to really like it. Everyone that I've heard talk about her new song says that they like it better than Bounce, and they like it better than Drip Drop, like when I hit it with that lip gloss. I do like Drip Drop, and Bounce was fun too. Dominoes is it. A lot of people are saying that it has like more mainstream vibes, like they could hear it like actually playing on the radio. And listen, it's a great song. I'm here for Dominoes. I think it's great. She released a video on YouTube. It's available now on Spotify, so you can go and listen to Dominoes by Erika Jayne. Great song. But she had a launch party, or yeah, I guess it was a launch party for the launch of the single. And it was at a bar called Posse, Posse. And there they were filming. All of the cast members were there. Bose, the new cast member, was there. Garcelle was there. Dorit was there. Kyle was there. Sutton was there. Jennifer Tilly was there. I didn't see Kathy Hilton, actually. So maybe Kathy didn't go to that. But the rest of them were there, including friend of Jennifer Tilly. Which I actually am kind of excited to see what Jennifer Tilly has to bring to the show. I think she might make it interesting, give it a little quirk. But they all looked cute. Like they had like a fun, like going out nightclub kind of vibe. And there's footage of all of them sitting together. And so the first bit of footage that came out was of Sutton. And Sutton is like having this little meltdown and she's getting all fired up about something. And she's yelling at Dorit because Dorit's sitting across from Sutton. So it's Erika, and then it's Bose, and then it's Kyle, and then it's Sutton and Garcelle and Jennifer Tilly, and then Dorit on the other side. And so it looks like Sutton's like going off and she's doing all her hand gestures. And at first people are like, oh, looks like Sutton's having another meltdown. Sutton's freaking out. It's another Magic Mike moment. Who knows why Sutton's having a meltdown this time? Because she's like getting very animated. She's with her hands and she's like, let the mouse, your ugly leather pants. Like she's doing all those gestures, right? And so it looked like Sutton was having a moment. But then there was another video that was released by the Bravo Buzz, and it's Kyle. And Kyle is also going off, and they both look like they're yelling into the direction of Dorit because Kyle's also there. And she's doing all of this stuff, and she's doing all her hand motions, and she's getting mad. She's doing her little finger check, like check who's going to check me, boo. Kyle's doing all the things. She's doing the most. And Erika's just sitting there like, these bitches are fighting at my fucking event. Here we go, right? But so it looks like they're all getting upset with Dorit because they're not getting upset with Bose. They're not getting upset with Jennifer Tilly. They're not getting upset with Dorit or Erika. So the only person they're yelling at is Dorit. which looks like Dorit's probably going to have an interesting season. She's already going through her separation stuff. Well, she was already on the fritz with Kyle, and I'm assuming that carries on over. I don't know what Sutton's issue with Dorit is going to be. Maybe it has to do with the fact that they feel like Dorit wasn't honest about um her marriage to PK, and that they'd been separated, and Dorit she wasn't being honest. She's not honest. There was a rumor that was going around that Erika and Dorit had a falling out, and that Bose had also had a falling out with Erika. That doesn't appear to be the case, because both Dorit and Bose are there supporting Erika at the launch of her song. So it seems like if there was any beef with Erika, you know, the beef has been squashed. But I also heard a rumor, and I didn't know if it was true or not, because sometimes you just see these little rumblings online. But I also heard a rumor, or I read a rumor on Twitter, that Sutton and Jennifer Tilly kind of had a little bit of a tiff, I guess, because Sutton was coming hard at Dorit, and Jennifer didn't agree with how Sutton was going hard at Dorit about her marriage. And she's like, this is like her going through a rough time, whatever. Again, I don't know if those rumors are true. I haven't fact checked any of that, but those were some of the rumblings that I heard online. But obviously, Erika having a fallout with Bose and Dorit isn't true. And Dorit knows better than to have a fallout with Erika, because Dorit has nobody else left. Dorit is on an island. So she needs Erika as an ally in order to make sure she stays in the game. And even though it didn't look like Erika inserted herself in the drama, which again, because the night was about Erika's music rather than it was supposed to be about anybody fighting, but that's Housewives world, and you have to know when you're having an event. Like every time there's like a finale event, and then the host of the party's always like, "Oh my God, don't do this on my special night." It's like, no, that's what they're supposed to do. This special night, you need fireworks, because that's what they're meant to do, and that's going to help make whatever business you're promoting in your finale party pop a little more. Pop, pop. You want to get popped. Pamela B says Erika is entertaining, but the way she handled the earrings fiasco was cringeworthy. She said, I don't care about anyone else but me. Are we still talking about that? It's been like 2 seasons. Sarah said, no one ever gives any respect to Erika. Let the girl have a moment. Yeah. But I mean, that's also, that's also the show, right? Pamela B also says, Dorit is another one with the fake accent that drives me crazy. Crazy. I just can't sleep. Mm, 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 mm. So I'm looking forward to the new season of Beverly Hills. I'm hoping it's good. I guess, the Dorit stuff is going to be interesting, but seeing Dorit on an island, I've always loved Dorit. I don't want to see her, as long as we don't have to talk about Sutton's esophagus ever again. Yeah, I think it's interesting, because from what I heard about last season, there was a lot more stuff that didn't air. Like there was a lot of the tension between Anne Marie and Crystal, I heard, was a lot about their politics and their difference in politics. And they would fight a lot about those differences, and that was kind of a lot more of why they were fighting versus Sutton's esophagus stuff. But for whatever reason, because listen, at the end of the day, they film a bunch of stuff. Because I forgot, Tamra Judge said on 2 T's in a Pod that she had talked to Margaret Josephs, and Margaret, I guess, is upset with the edit that she's getting on Jersey this season. And Teddy made a good point of like, well, she's upset that they're showing certain things, but it's like, but Margaret still filmed those things. They're showing that Margaret's always talking about Teresa, but Teddy's like, but Margaret chose to talk about Teresa. Therefore, they have that footage that they can use. But Tamara made a good point of being like, yes, but they film a lot of stuff. They film, all throughout the week, multiple conversations. And then at the end of the day, production chooses what they're going to air. That's why Anne Marie said, like, there were so many scenes, like she had lost her mom. There were so many family scenes that she wished would have been shown on Beverly Hills. However, they chose to only focus on the scenes where she talks about Sutton's esophagus. Now, to Teddy's point, yes, Anne Marie did bring up Sutton's esophagus on multiple occasions, but I'm sure in Anne Marie's world during filming, she didn't realize that she was talking about the esophagus that much, that they were only, and she also didn't realize that was all they were going to show. So every scene with Anne Marie looks like she's only talking about Sutton's esophagus. So I see Teddy's point of being like, well, she did say it, and if you say it, then they're allowed to use it and they can edit it however they want, even if it's not within the true context of, what was going on at that time. And I think they chose to lean into the esophagus stuff to avoid having to get too political. That way it wouldn't become, a turnoff for the audience the same way when politics was tackled on Real Housewives of New York. That was just like a shit show and the audience hated it. So oh, Joe's here. Joe, where have you been? We haven't seen you in a minute. Lori says Teddy might not know as much because she didn't stay long. She was there for what, 3 seasons? But I mean, Teddy makes a good point. Like, if you say, Teddy kept saying, like, if you say it on camera, they can use it. You never know if they're going to use it or not going to use it. But if you do have 3 different conversations about Teresa, then guess what? They can use all 3 of those conversations. Like, Margaret's not new to the game. She's a veteran at this point. She's been on for several seasons. But it does suck when you end up getting the bad edit of the season. So that's where she's at. But yeah, Teddy kept getting pregnant. That's why. She only got pregnant once, right? Yeah, she was only pregnant once. I just wish New Jersey was more watchable. I haven't really been watching it this season, to be honest. But I saw Teresa Giudice just announced she has a new podcast. What is it called? I already forgot. Because I guess her Namaste Bitches one is over. Didn't she get in a fight with Melissa Feister, her co-host? Oh, it's called Turning the Tables with Teresa Giudice. So good for her. Who is this? Why am I following this random person? How do I end up following these random people on Instagram? I don't remember following them. And somehow I end up following them. Unfollow. I don't even know you. And you don't follow me back. The audacity. But yeah, that's what they focused on. Okay, let's talk about Kyle Cook, because there was this new. Okay, so first of all, I guess what's her face? Amanda, Kyle's wife from Summer House. She is not going to Andrea's wedding, and Kyle is going to Andrea's wedding. But it's unclear why Amanda wasn't going, so people were speculating that maybe, just maybe, it had to do with the fact that they're having marital issues. And so Amanda's not going because of whatever, right? Her and Kyle are having issues and she doesn't want to go with him to the wedding. Well, a new statement was released to Betches, which I thought was interesting of all places. Let's release a statement to Betches. But so, new statement released to Betches, and Betches reported, a source close to the couple set the record straight in an exclusive statement to Betches after divorce rumors started circulating from a Demois tip. Kyle and Amanda are very much together, the insider said. While Amanda was sadly not able to make it to Andrea's wedding, they have another destination wedding in Italy this summer, and they're looking forward to spending time together. It's killing Kyle that he can't be with her right now as these rumors circulate. Where's she at? She hidden in the basement with Kate Middleton? Where's she at? She hid in the basement with the wife from Scientology that's gone missing? Where is she at? That's what I want to know. Where's she at and why is she not with Kyle? But to make matters worse, done, Face Reality 16 then posted some photos and a video. Done. And the video is Kyle Cook getting cozy with some blonde chick when he was in Charleston back in November. So I feel like these photos came out after I feel like the photos came out after this statement was put out there. So first it was like, ooh, speculation, like this looks dicey, this looks fishy. She's not going to the wedding, to Andrea's wedding with Kyle. And then next thing you know it, these photos or this stuff from Face Reality, it was a video. And it's a video of Kyle. And they're at, let's see. So it was posted by Face Reality 16, and the caption says, update, I do not know who the girl in the video is, so let's try this again. This video and DM came into my inbox last week. It appears Kyle was getting cozy with someone in Charleston the night before a Loverboy event. The video was taken at 12:47 a.m. Friday night, Saturday morning. I will break it down more in my stories. In a nutshell, they were seen making out in a dark corner. The next day, Kyle acted like he wasn't at the bar. There are a million of ways this could be absolutely nothing, and a million ways this could be what it looks like. The person seeing him make out and leave with her, in addition to the denial of being there the next day, was the biggest red flags to me. The last post is the video taken from the event. You can see Amanda wasn't there. I've presented my evidence. You be the judge. You can find more in my stories and highlights. And it's this video. It's Kyle at the bar. And I don't know if I would say getting cozy, right? It's literally just a video of him. And it's a dark, grainy video from like afar. And really, they're just talking. He's chatting with some girl. I will say the biggest red flag of this is the fact that he denied that he was at the bar that night. This is him in the video. And so these are some of the DMs that Face Reality 16 received, and they were posting about, Kyle was there, Whitney was there, Kyle was making out. He was all over this one girl. He was blasted. It was at Lamar's. Is that a bar? Is that Leva's bar? Leva and Lamar's place. Her place is called Lamar's Sporting Club in Charleston. Okay. The video doesn't show them making out. It just shows them, they're really close. He's kind of putting his hand, like he has his hand on her shoulder. So you see him kind of, loving on her, rubbing on her. They were doing a lover boy at the event. Let's see what's posted in stories though. Yeah, it was the video of him and the girl. They're getting cozy. At Lamar's, yep. Clearly it's Lamar's. This is the video without any brightening. It was in a very dark corner, yep. And the original tip to Demois was, this Bravo entrepreneur turned DJ was seen getting close with someone who wasn't his partner during a night out following an event for his company. Is another breakup in the cards this summer? Maybe she has a reason to not want him out until 4 a.m. So it's interesting. And then they released the statement as to why they're not together, but I believe the statement was already issued before. The statement, I think, was already issued before. And then Face Reality responded to it saying, I think it's telling that the article posted the Demois blind and my post with the DM from the person who overheard the divorce toast, yet they're leaving out the video of Kyle with the other woman. No comment on that, I guess. Maybe they'll add it later because everyone's talking about it now. Well, Eliza got the tea. And Kyle's out slinging the D. He's rubbing her arm, not just hugging real quick or taking a quick photo. I don't think Amanda was talking about rubbing a girl's arm for a couple of minutes. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't, like, part of me is like, well, sometimes you're like having a combo with the fan and maybe you're just kind of being nice. Like maybe they're a little distraught, or I don't know. Sometimes you have weird interactions with fans and you can be affectionate or touchy-feely, or it doesn't have to mean anything. However, however, him denying that he was at the bar, and if you actually go and look at the stories and look at the carousel of the photos and videos that were posted by Face Reality 16, you can see that they're clearly at Lamar's bar because there are photos from the bar, and then you can see that the bookshelf behind them is very clearly at Lamar's. He had an event in Charleston to promote Loverboy. this seems like that's when he was there. But the fact that he was denying being at the bar that night when clearly he was at the bar on the night that wasn't the Loverboy event sounds a little messy. Ooh, Hucky in the live chat says that there's apparently some beef between Sutton and the newbie Bose. Lori says, why deny he was there when he knew tons of people would know? Well, it looks like he went like on an off night, very late at night, because he went like at 12 something midnight ish. So, I mean, and they said that he was really drunk. So he could have just kind of like snuck on in, thought it was low key, thought nobody really recognized him, slipped in and slipped out, dipped out. Another reason for him to get into the DJ life. I think if he gets into the DJ life, it's only going to make him more of a player, not any more faithful to Amanda. Poor Amanda. Girlfriend always be getting in the drama. Love the Bravo buzz for showing us a little bit of the Kyle versus Dorit. Yes. Did we talk about the rumors that Dorinda outed Lindsay's pregnancy to the Traders producers? Yes. We talked about that the other day. We don't know if Lindsay really is pregnant or not. I've said before, Lindsay and her rep have denied that Lindsay is pregnant. But I will say this, I did hear that Lindsay was supposed to be, and it was from a reliable source that told me Lindsay was supposed to be the one that was supposed to go into Traders. And this is before they announced Sierra. I was told Lindsay is going to be, like, they wanted Lindsay and she was going to be moving forward with the Traders. And then next thing you know, when the announcement came out, it was not Lindsay, it was Sierra, which I thought was a terrible choice to put Sierra in. Like, Sierra's so boring. I don't think Sierra, well, I guess we'll have to see how it goes. But Sierra's just not very interesting. But maybe she'll be different in a competition setting. I heard Lindsay lied about something to production. Yeah, it's possible. So what I had heard in addition to her joining the Traders, I had originally heard. So this is what I heard. It was unconfirmed, and like I said, I want to clarify. Lindsay has denied the rumors, and so has her rep. However, what I heard is that she was or is pregnant and wanted to keep that from producers because it was very early on because she wanted to do the Traders, and obviously you can't do Traders if you're pregnant because of the risk, because there are physical challenges that could wouldn't be healthy for her, or wouldn't be healthy for a pregnant woman. And I heard that she did want to keep it on the low so that producers wouldn't find out about it. I don't know. We'll have to see. So, ooh. I can't wait for Real Houses of Beverly Hills season 14. Have you heard anything? What do you think the Traders season 3 cast couldn't have been better, or could have been better in my opinion? I agree. It could have been a lot better. Who did we have? We had Frankie Grande's friend. We had Zac Efron's brother. We had King Charles's gay cousin. It was just so random. Some of the people that were on there. Ugh. The scary houses are the best and Traders competitions. I'm looking forward to Dorinda slurring her way through the show, slurring her way to the end. I don't think Dorinda will be a trader, though. They're not going to make Dorinda a trader. She's too messy. I don't think they'll make Sandoval a trader. Sandoval will probably want to be a trader. Who do we think they'll make a trader? They have to have at least one Bravo person as a trader. Maybe Sierra, because she's so boring. Maybe Robin's so boring. I don't know. Big Ed on the Traders, that would be hilarious. Give him a little booster seat at the elimination ceremony. Dolores will be a trader. Ooh, Dolores would be a good trader. I like Dolores. I actually am rooting for Dolores. I think Dolores may bring some good heat. I'm sad Monique Samuels wasn't on it though. I know she was in talks, but I heard she had apparently turned it down. Well, all right. That's all I got for you for today. Happy Tuesday, Tips of Tuesday. Hey, Peter from Sir would submit blinds to NT. He would? I mean, I'm not surprised. Peter be spilling the tea. Love the challengers, CT and Trishelle last season. They should have done more this season. Yeah, that would have been fun. They didn't have anybody from the challenge this season, huh? They have Survivor people, a couple of Big Brother people, and Bravo people. One Bachelor person or two Bachelor people. Someone from RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know. Monique's always good TV. Monique is great TV. They need to bring her back. Monique would have been great with a binder. Monique would have been great on the Traders. I'm sad that they didn't go with Monique and said they went with Robin Dixon. Give me Monique. Or even give me Candace. Candace would have been a good choice too. You know Candace would have done it too now that she's no longer on. Which Carlos King doesn't think that Candace Dillard quit Real Housewives of Potomac. I think Teddy, he was talking to Teddy, or who was he talking? He was talking to someone. And they were like, well, what do you think? You're the producer. Like, do you think that she was really fired? And he was like, listen, people don't just walk away from, or yeah, he's like, people don't just quit unless there's a really good reason to quit. He's like, Candy, quit the show. Lisa Vanderpump, quit the show. Like, they had real legit good reasons to quit the show, but he didn't seem convinced that Candace had quit Potomac. He thinks she was fired. She can't. She's pregnant. Well, I mean, listen, who knows if she's actually, I just want to clarify, because I did have another Bravo lab that texted me and they're like, why are you spreading the rumor? Why are you talking about the rumors about Lindsay being pregnant? That's not cool. And I wasn't trying to out her pregnancy. I talked about it because there was already chatter online about it. And I figured I can add some context to the conversation by saying Lindsay was denying the pregnancy rumors and she was denying, and her rep was denying it as well. However, I did hear this from multiple sources that she was pregnant. And there was one night in particular at Watch What Happens Live that I guess she had said some things that were overheard. But there was also, prior to that, this had been circulating prior to people overhearing something at Watch What Happens Live one night. So I don't know. All right. Thank you guys for listening to No Filter with Zack. Peter, that's me. You can tune in every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, live stream first thing in the morning on the YouTube, youtube.com/justplainzack, or you can search Zack Peter on YouTube and catch the podcast on all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify. If you're enjoying the show, leave me a nice Apple Podcast review or a nice Spotify rating, letting us know that, is that why you haven't chatted with that Bravo Leb for a while? Because she texted you about that. No, that's not why I haven't chatted with that Bravo Leb for a while. I chatted with that Bravo Leb a couple of days ago. So, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I'm still on good terms with everybody. I don't have anybody that I have beef with at the moment. I love all. But all right. Oh, I think I'm about to get some tea. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you. Ciao for now. Talk to you later. Bye.